At the end of 2018, Digga D would be released from prison after going on a legendary run in the UK drill scene from behind bars, announcing his freedom with a video posted to social media where he dissed the prison guards as he left.
See this place? Get all the gloves and that. Special come now, get.
After being released, Digga D and the rest of the 1011 gang members turned rappers from Ladbroke Grove were forced to rebrand musically, as the name of their gang was directly in breach of their CBO, criminal behaviour order, that had banned them from rapping about postcodes in a gang context. And so from here, they began to go exclusively under the new moniker CGM, which stood for Constantly Getting Money, Cherish Godmore, and allegedly in the streets, Certified Grove members. Or perhaps at times, if they're wearing blue, Crip gang members. But more of that later. Things were off to a good start, with Digga's popularity being through the roof at this point, and UK drill fans eagerly waiting for his every drop. A November track titled No Porkies would see the crew repping their new police-friendly name CGM. However, as we'll discuss next, a repeating pattern in Digga's career would be that he simply wasn't able to stay out of trouble or jail, as already at the beginning of 2019, he would quickly find himself facing yet another major legal battle. Only a few months after the confrontation that saw Digga and a friend allegedly stabbing Central C's brother, another wild spur of violence popped off with 1011 members involved. On the 2nd of January 2019, at around 7 PM, police were called to a mass brawl taking place near the intersection of the Great Western Road and Harrow Road in the W10 postcode. Arriving at the scene, the fighting had already stopped and everyone had fled, except for one man who had suffered a stab wound, while another teenager would take himself to hospital with a slash wound on his face. However, checking the CCTV in the area, the police would see the brawl took place, noticing a grey and red vehicle arriving at the scene. The people from these cars would then confront several people who were already at the scene, with both sides being armed with weapons like large knives, and seemingly even a handgun which one person would aim towards rivals, while the public can be seen running away from the scene in panic. It would later turn out that this had been a fight between rapper Fredo's Harrow Road Boys gang and Digga D's Ladbroke Grove gang, formerly 1011, who were now calling themselves CGM, with members like Digga D, SteveO, and ZK personally taking part. Later that month, Snapchat stories from several CGM members would show that Digga and SteveO had been arrested once again, but they would not reveal the reason for the arrest at this time. SteveO, aka J-Sav, would then confirm the arrest, as he would tell his fans to write to him at the Feltham prison. News reports would later reveal that these arrests were indeed linked to the brawl, as the police had carried out a warrant at SteveO's address, and apparently the warrant was carried out soon after Digga and SteveO had posted a video of them on Snapchat brandishing two guns.
Show them the side of the burn us for dice.
With the arrest warrant mentioning this video and the violent disorder for justification on the raid of Sav and Digga, and in the search, they would find clothing that matched the suspects in the CCTV footage, while their phone examinations would also place them at the scene. Still, already the following month in February, Digga would seemingly be back home straight away.
You saying you back?
Trust me, you just got no free shoes.
And he would get straight back to the music, teaming up with SteveO again for the track Who, which came with a creepy horror movie inspired music video and boastful lyrics where Digga D said that he went to jail and the shooting stopped, and when they let him out, they started again, referencing that showdown with HRB soon after his 2018 release. Unfortunately for Digga, his lyrics appeared to be zero cap, and already next month he would be in yet another dangerous altercation, as his other ops, a gang called B-Side, all the way from the Bellingham area in southeast London, would engage in a car chase with him, chasing Digga in traffic and posting it live on their Snapchats.
Hey, look at this, fam. He's not stopping, bro. Hey, a man like Digga D doing dashes and that. Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, flashing bottles and that. Hey, hold on. Where's that bottle gone? Hold on.
Listen.
Man's on this few gays. Hey, no, hold on. Hey, wait, hold on. Where's he gone? Hey, look at this, man.
Bro, man.
Hey, fam, stop, bro. Yo! Hey, look, get his face in there. Get his face in there.
Digga D would then comment on the chase on his own social media, claiming that he had actually initiated the encounter by throwing a bottle at his op's car and then dashing away in style, something that B-Side members would then refute.
It's getting out of hand now, man. Man, stop trimming videos. Yeah? And get the bit in where I pulled up right beside you like that. Lick the bottle, and man said, "Oh, what are you man doing?" You get it out the dust out, quick. Licking balls behind me, yeah.
How could a man say man got bottled? Hey, fam, all the man were good, bro.
Despite a willingness to shoot his ops at any given opportunity, it was clear that when it came to the internet games, Digger was also a world-class troll. As also around this time, Digger D would successfully troll the rapper S1 from 12 World and completely trash his reputation in the streets in one move. S1 had been going back and forth with Digger for quite some time, with one video circulating at the start of 2019 where S1 had an argument on live with a Digger fan and claimed that CGM didn't have the strength to shoot him.
What on?
You're unique.
Bare chattings.
Digger D's gonna snipe you, unique.
No one's sniping nothing, but them man they can't even slap off snipers, blood. Them man they ain't got no strength to slap off no sniper.
You're Russ's son, unique.
You're f***ing patty, you suck, yeah, man.
You're a neek. You're a homeless twat.
You're a neek. Yeah, I'm homeless, so.
A little while later, Digger made a post seemingly showing blood on his Nike Tech tracksuit and a caption suggesting that the ops finally scored on him, with none other than S1 instantly posting a video where he would hang out of a car window telling his fans to go ask Digger what happened.
Real gang. Huh? Real CGM. CGMK, you know? Huh? Wet man down noom. Wet man down noom. Huh? Ask Digger what happened. Ask Digger what happened.
But as it turned out, S1 had done absolutely nothing. As it turned out, Digger D was trolling all along, accidentally spilling a Jamaican Magnum drink on his leg that looked like blood while he was watching a football match. He decided to post it as if he had been injured to see if any of his ops would claim the attack. This now classic moment in UK drill would single-handedly play a key role in destroying S1's, at the time, burgeoning rap career, as claiming this fake drill would completely trash his credibility in the streets. Messages would then circulate of S1 backtracking and saying that his friends knew that Digger was joking and that S1 apparently really thought one of his guys had actually stabbed Digger when he posted it. But from here, S1's street cred would take another hit after more questionable headlines came out, accusing S1 of allegedly committing a burglary and then going on the run. But Digger wasn't just causing trouble for no reason, he was still locked in and planning to drop major music. In April, he would release a breakthrough single from his upcoming mixtape called No Diet, and Digger would promote the song by using 2 emojis, a cross and a cup of coke, even making stickers with these emojis that he would then post himself, sticking one on the sign belonging to the block of a rival gang called CSB. Now, the track No Diet itself was actually a genius concept that saw Digger getting around his community behavior order, banning him from making gang music by using a metaphor likening coke from his trap house to Coca-Cola and assuring his fans and clients that his coke is not diet. And in the video, he would be seen whipping coke in a Pyrex jug using actual cans of Coca-Cola rather than illicit substances. No Diet would go viral and the music video trended at #1 on YouTube, with the song breaking records, becoming the highest charting solo drill track in UK history at the time. This song would also get a very surprising cosign by none other than Zac Efron, who would hilariously post a video on his Instagram about his trip to London, together with the song No Diet, seemingly having no idea of its deeper meaning. But anyway, No Diet became Digger's breakthrough moment in the music industry, landing him at number 20 on the UK singles charts, the highest charting position for a UK drill song in history at that point. But once again, Digger's past would come back to haunt him just as he was about to take his career to the next level, and he would end up locked up once again for breaching his CBO, something that he explained later in his BBC documentary.
I'm back in jail, I want everyone to keep listening to my song, don't judge me, you get me? Then I was on the exercise yard with one of my friends. He's got his phone out and he's taking a little snap and I'm in it. And I'm like, oh, that's leaked. Then I had a tape coming out. I said, I forget, I might as well just put it out.
While he was locked up, Digger's team would put out his mixtape titled Double Tap Diaries, a reference to double tapping a sawn-off shotgun, something that Digger was allegedly doing regularly enough to write a whole diary about it. Now, the tape broke even more records by becoming the highest charting drill project in the UK at the time, peaking at number 11 on the UK albums charts. This was an incredible career achievement for Digger D, but it would land while he was languishing inside prison, something that would sadly become a hallmark of his career. But while inside, Digger's friends were also busy getting in trouble, as SteveO and Horrid One would get into an altercation with Digger D's former friend, another pioneer of UK drill, rapper Russ Millions, which would end in them apparently beating him up and stealing his chain. A very sad ending to Russ and Digger's friendship, after they had previously apparently been close and collaborated on the song Mr. Sheen. This incident also landed the duo from CGM in breach of their CBOs, sending them right back to jail too. But sadly for Digger, being behind the wall didn't mean that he was getting a break from the violence, as in August, rumours would begin to spread online that Digger D had gotten stabbed in jail. These rumours would get a reply from bitter rival from HRB, Fredo, who would comment an ambulance emoji under one post, clearly happy about the news. It would later turn out that Digger had in fact been stabbed in the eye, causing him to almost go blind in one eye. Interestingly, one of the prison guards working at the time would later do an interview saying that the staff were actually told to protect Digger from running into rival gang members, but one day they failed to do this and he was stabbed in the eye with a pen.
I moved on to A-Wing, and on A-Wing I came across Digger D. He was a big target for a lot of the gangs, so we had to ensure that when Digger D came out of his cell, he was coming out with the right people. While he was on E-Wing, when he first came into the prison, he was attacked on the exercise yard and somebody tried to stab him in the eye with a pen. And I believe he's got a scar in one of his side of his face from when this pen had actually penetrated.
This is a crazy injury considering the fact that Digger D himself had allegedly blinded someone after shooting them in the face with a shotgun, and Digger would even rap later on in his career that he never believed in karma until this happened, getting caught on the receiving end of a literal eye for an eye scenario. But not discouraged by his setbacks behind bars, in October, Digger would leave a message from jail saying that he was good and telling people to stop mentioning his name.
Come on, you know who it is. Digger, one and only, wicked man. But listen, on a serious note, you don't need to stop saying man's name, video and that. That's all chatting. If you know what happened, you know what happened, innit? Cool, I got next. But my juice got spilt while I was spilling some juice, you get me? Like, all this chatting with these videos and all these guys, man, and all this, yo, like, leave it to the roads, man. Like, when guys are asking me to use certain, I'm not even getting to it, innit? Just boom, that's it, innit? Leave my name on it. Home soon. We'll link up. Come on.
In March 2020, the news would finally report about the 2019 mass brawl that landed Digger in hot water in the first place, saying how it had been 7 thugs altogether involved in the brawl, with them altogether receiving a 17 years worth of combined jail time. They would also specifically focus on Digger D and SteveO, saying how they were from the Ladbroke Grove gang, and while once again highlighting their violent music. According to the news, Digger D had received a 2.5-year sentence after pleading guilty for violent disorder. However, for whatever reason, this isn't even close to what Digger would end up doing, because already in May 2020, he would end up being released from prison again, with a BBC film crew then following his every move as they were shooting a documentary about his life, which would come out in November 2020 with the title Defending Digger D. But once again, things would almost immediately go left, as it would just seem that Digger's crew was so violent and out of control, they simply couldn't be outside without people getting hurt, because in June 2020, a man was found stabbed to death in the town of Epping in Essex, east of London. This man turned out to be SteveO Morrison, the brother of famous UK rapper known as Morrison from East London. Now, if you don't know Morrison, I suggest you go and check out his music, because he's really a staple of the UK rap scene and has been releasing hard street music since the 2000s. But Morrison isn't the only famous person in his family, as his other brother, Joey Morrison, was a notorious street figure who was jailed for violent crimes, including posing as a mailman to rob homes. He would also become famous after dating a woman from popular reality TV show in the UK called The Only Way is Essex, based on the Hills and Jersey Shore, with this relationship actually taking place while Joey Morrison was still serving a very long prison sentence for his violent and drug-related crimes. But anyway, the entire Morrison family is allegedly a very known and well-established crime family in the east of London, if online rumours are to be believed. However, when it comes to the Morrison brothers, Stephen, aka SteveO, was by all accounts the most out of control and open about his street activity, often posting videos of himself on social media, acting wild in public, brandishing guns and bullying people, and even recording himself committing serious crimes like robbing weed grow houses.
Mr. Zelo L. God. Stop right there, oi! Stop right there, you got my lighter, have ya? Got my f***ing lighter, have ya? Stand over there. Turn around quickly, mate. See what he's got in his bag.
Come on, Bruce.
Now, grow house robberies are nothing new to the Morrison brothers, as this is apparently a family business that served them very well. But if you want to learn more about that, perhaps go and check out the classic Morrison song, Crowbar in My Bag. But anyway, tragedy would strike the Morrison family on the 23rd of June 2020, when SteveO was found stabbed to death. The police would arrest a staggering number of people throughout the investigation, with the total arrest count at one point being 14 people, likely many of those who were at the video shoot. And eventually, they would let the public know that they were suspecting that the murder was indeed connected to a gang in London, with police saying that people connected to that gang knew exactly who had killed SteveO. Eventually, it would turn out that this gang was allegedly none other than CGM, as numerous members from the gang were allegedly arrested under suspicion of murder and then bailed out. These rumors would eventually focus particularly on one member of CGM called Kizzle, who was allegedly jailed for the murder but would eventually end up beating the case.
Dog, you know, fresh home. Yeah? Yeah? You know the big cases get dashed out. You know the thing. Scrubs, innit? Yeah?
But despite there not originally being any beef between Digger's CGM crew and the Morrison family, after this happened, Digger would begin dissing SteveO openly numerous times, like mockingly doing the hand sign for SteveO's Zero L's gang that Morrison started doing after his death, with this going down while allegedly being on live with one of SteveO's killers.
I could talk unlimited crud.
What? What's going on?
No, cause I'm not on my CBO don't count when I'm in the UK, but I'm not even gonna talk crap.
Oh, my career, man's career.
I can talk. I can talk the most crowd right now, but it don't make sense.
No, it don't make sense, man. They don't need man's attention, but fuck that.
Digger would then even add a news clip about the murder to the beginning of one of his music video teasers, but perhaps the most telling diss would be his lyrics in the song Laughingstock remix, where Digger raps how one op got shot in his chest while another person got stabbed in their chest, and that one of those people still has a sibling, but the other one doesn't, this being a possible reference to the Morrison brothers. Digger would then add that his gang has an attempted body from South London and confirmed bodies from West London and East London, with the Morrison family famously being from the East. Now, Morrison would seemingly respond to these lyrics simply by posting a picture of himself doing the 0L's hand sign, together with a caption saying that he's never dissed anyone who didn't deserve it, and later making ominous posts that suggested that karma would come back around. But the prosecution for SteveO's murder unfortunately didn't yield justice for the Morrison family, but Morrison the rapper has continued to prosper in music, dropping hit songs and honouring his brother in tribute tracks like Brothers. But for Digger D, his return to music was a success despite all the controversy going on around him. The song titled Woy would be another breakout moment for Digger and represented a huge step up from his previous hit No Dire, but it also included a very interesting detail about him and his gang, because in early music videos 1011 aka CGM would use all kinds of colours and colour schemes, although the colour black was arguably the most common one. But around the time of releasing Woy, Digger and CGM would begin to lean strongly into making Crip gang references and repping the colour blue, and his music videos including Woy would showcase this theme clearly, dripping in blue bandanas and even paying homage to the original West Coast Crips from Los Angeles by driving around in a blue lowrider. And even behind the scenes at the shoot, some CGM members would aggressively claim Crip in a viral clip where they even shockingly claimed that they will murder somebody.
We're ganged off! We're ganged off! Yeah? Yeah? Crip blue! Yeah? We ain't no blooders, we're crippy, yeah? We crip man down, yeah? Yeah? We crip man down for anything, yeah? Kill man!
Yeah? You feel me? I'm here with my dogs, yeah? I'm here with my dogs, yeah?
Crip, you know we winning this, you know we winning this.
Young blood, yeah? From the Grove.
Not so surprisingly then, their ops from Shepherd's Bush like 12 Anti have increasingly begun to rep the colour red. But now before you call out everyone in the UK for being fake Bloods and Crips, there's actually been a long and complicated history of UK gangs in West London repping the Bloods and Crips. During the 2000s and early 2010s, when the Crips and Blood themes were a big part of the UK gang culture, these gangs actually rep the opposite colours that they do today, as Digger's block in Ladbroke Grove was originally identifying as Bloods, calling themselves the Ladbroke Grove Bloods or the Ladbroke Grove Pyroos. Meanwhile, Shepherd's Bush youths were actually repping the colour blue and identifying as Crips, and that original MDP gang from that area would sometimes go by the name Murder Blues. But anyway, Digger D and his Crip gang members in CGM would captivate the UK drill scene once again, and Woy quickly became another hit song in the UK, peaking at position 24 and staying in the UK top 100s charts for 12 weeks, the music video today sitting on a whopping 26 million views. This was a huge level up for Digger D, and it pushed him to the forefront of the UK rap scene as a mainstream artist. Glowing articles about him and his life would begin appearing in publications like The Face, which called him an unstoppable pioneer of the UK drill genre, and where Digger himself would claim that he was just having fun with music and that he didn't need to put on a gangster act. As the realest rapper in West London, who was a real shooter and stabber and didn't need to cap on the mic, Digger was indeed the most authentic voice in UK drill and didn't need to put on an act to appeal to the scene. However, not everyone could be as real as Digger D, and just as Digger was getting back on track after years of setbacks associated with his violent past in the streets, over in Shepherd's Bush, an inspired Central C was beginning to get traction in his takeover of the UK drill scene, and after taking inspiration from Digger D, crafting the perfect persona to appeal to the same audience of London roadmen and the youths that wanted to be roadmen, putting on a new persona like a freshly ironed Nike Tech tracksuit, muscling in on Digger's lane, and swiftly becoming the hottest new thing in the UK drill scene. And before long, Central C managed to single-handedly, musically overtake the realest gangsters in West London and beat them all at their own game, and as I'm sure you can imagine, Digger D was not happy about that.